Hey, and good morning. Welcome back to YDG Cowboys. And of course, YDG stands for You're Doing Good Cowboys. Cowboys denied Mike McCarthy. And please, guys, again, I really appreciate it. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. We get in there. So they denied interviews from other teams for Mike McCarthy. I told you, if you go back and look at my segments, 2 or 3 segments ago, I told you the reasons why the Cowboys are keeping Mike McCarthy, and Mike Zimmer. There's reasons. And if they do keep Mike McCarthy, because they denied access of interviews doesn't mean they are going to keep him. But it does hinder Mike McCarthy from having the upper hand in the negotiation stage. Now, the topic of this segment is going to be, and guys, you got to follow me a little bit. The topic of this segment is going to be, by denying Mike McCarthy's interview, are the Cowboys going to give him a left-handed turn down? And anybody that's in the retail business or in the business that I'm in knows what that means by giving him a left-handed turn down. Which means in the negotiation stages, the Cowboys could come back with a ridiculous offer and then, can come back with a ridiculous offer during the time of his negotiation stage. So, which will then prohibit him from having access to these interviews that are out here. Also, these teams are smart. They are being proactive instead of reactive, like the Cowboys, that is our name. That's what we do. We're more so a team or organization that's normally reactive instead of proactive. Getting ahead of these things, getting ahead of negotiations, getting ahead of contracts, and getting ahead of free agents. So that's the type of team we are. Since the Joneses have really taken over. And I would say they've always been, Jerry has always been the owner during this Super Bowl run, the 3 that he had. But, Jimmy Johnson had a lot to say. He had a lot of input. So, will the Cowboys sign Mike McCarthy? I think it's leaning towards that way because, again, in my last segment, they need a coach to really come in and not listen to the outside hoopla and not listen to Jerry Jones on how he runs the team or how he wants to run the team. Play the players he wants to play the scheme he wants to play. Because, again, Jerry Jones is a hell of a marketer, but he's not too keen on how to run a team. He doesn't know anything about the 4-3 defense. He doesn't know anything about zone and all these other plays that are out there and what players fit a certain defense or what players fit a certain offense. He has no clue. Only thing he worries about is what his agents or his coordinators bring to his attention. So, again, this is crazy, right? Cowboy Nation? You have Mike McCarthy being denied for interviews. I told you. It's either that or the Cowboys are being disrespectful or despicable by denying this man his opportunity. Now, as I said again a couple segments ago, the reasons why the Cowboys will keep Mike McCarthy, because there's a lot of teams out there within the past 3 to 4 years did not come nowhere close of 12-5. Nowhere close. So of course, these teams that have been less than mediocre would love to have Mike McCarthy. That's just been sensible about the whole situation. But if we are going to chase a Super Bowl, which I don't know what we're doing. But if we were going to chase a Super Bowl, as Cowboy Nation, you would want the best coach offensively and defensively. And you would pay up for him. And from what I'm hearing, the Cowboys don't like to pay their coaches all of a sudden. And that's the craziest thing that I've ever heard. And they like to be involved. For an example, Zeke Elliott should have never been starting, but he started almost half the year. He also played in a game or started over our other running back after he was averaging 5.5 yards per carry. So what does that tell you? Jerry Jones still has his hands on this team, and he still controls how the team is ran. So he probably wants a coach that he can control. Mike McCarthy is a player's coach. He does great with load management. With sitting players, he gives players time off. He does a lot, and the players love him. But what I'm asking you, Cowboy Nation, is he enough to get us over the hump? Can you answer that question? Is Mike McCarthy enough to get us over the hump? Or is Jerry Jones, if they hire him back, finally let him have all access on who plays, what scheme? Well, I'm sure he lets him have the scheme or whatever, but who plays? Let him really run the team the way he wants it, the way he had it in Green Bay. It's to be determined. But I told you guys, I told you, there's a reason why Jerry Jones is probably going to bring Mike McCarthy back and Mike Zimmer. Guys, again, please like, share, and subscribe. Hope everybody's well. See you soon. Peace.